Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? So let's talk about that stone of horror. We are getting our one supposed villain amongst all of them inside of the village, kind of finally coming over to our side and not totally being against us, which is nice. But at the same time, he is not doing a good job of conveying that he's on our team. This man straight up has gone out of his way to uh, put himself on the spotlight to kind of, show that he is the bad guy when he really wasn't, and knowing that he wasn't the bad guy, he could have just said that or, explained himself, but it's probably a lot harder to do that when, people automatically never believe you in the first place. So, regardless of all that, we get to see Magma become relatively a character who we can, at least put some faith into when it comes down to helping us, when it comes down to not actually destroying our chances at getting further, and put more into just having hope that he's going to help us out. But regardless, I want to know what you guys think of their relationship slash like what he's going to bring to the table as a whole, because to be fair, I was happy that he stepped up the way he did, and including knowing that he lost everything really. Like, he doesn't really have the power that he wanted. He doesn't really have the respect that he probably wants as well. It's just all those things put together is rough. And because it's rough, you would think he would take his chance to get any advantage that he can, but he doesn't, which is the cool part of all this, to see just him become more of a reliable person to go to than being one more person that we need to worry about joining the other team just to get some more power or just to get something that he wanted at the end of the day. So, regardless of all that, I want to definitely think about what's going on with how the story is really not telling us much about the buff people, right? They're not really telling us about the meatheads because I guess there's not too much to tell. Like, what's going on that side of things is still relatively interesting to me, how things have been set up there, why things are set up there, but I guess it's really obvious when you think about it. The guy, breaks them out. If anybody questioned his rule, then they got slapped and stomped. So, yeah, that's about all you need to know for that. But other than what I've seen there, I just want to know what all we're going to be getting in this show, because not only have we seen uh, a big change in some of the characters within the village, there's still so much more stuff that they have to do for the cell phone, and to think that they took time out of all the villagers took time out of their day today to celebrate Psyche's birthday was pretty awesome, man. I'm really digging Dr. Stone. I think it's one of the shows that have had a lot of talk about it showing up and doing great in the manga, but no one really knows for sure what it's going to be looking like once you get it in anime form nowadays, right? Like, a lot of people have been disappointed in a lot of different things over time. One thing for certain is Tokyo Ghoul. People are not happy with that. So, can people right their wrongs and, give them what they want? Maybe, but you still have to figure out what they did wrong and what they should have changed, what they're doing, maybe midway through or something along those lines. But we'll see how all of it changes or works out and stuff. So I want to hear what you guys are thinking about Dr. Stone. Seeing them get all these, you know, uh, metal and these rocks and stuff. Magma said it best for all the people that really don't have a clue with what they are or why they're important. Things like those are just rocks, okay? Rocks are rocks, regardless of how you look at it. And he's right, they are rocks. But at the end of the day, they're gonna be a lot more helpful than he can even imagine. And just like he told Psyche, or he told Sid, I always say his name wrong, so he told our main character that if he ever did anything boring, he would bop him, right? So that's a pretty good little way to have a character who's not so much into following orders or taking orders or just in general being under anyone. He wants to be the top of the top. Those types of people usually need some way to save face, because if he goes to the village and everybody sees that they're friends or something, be like, oh, you're not that scary of a guy. And scary people who scare others and, seem tough when you walk up on them and stuff, they like to keep that image. And if you lose that image, people that you relatively know shouldn't be walking up to you and acting out and saying stuff to you will start to feel more confident to do so. And a lot of people don't like that. So we'll see if that is the case with Magma. If he starts dissing on people if they try to hang out with him or talk to him just because he's, a little bit more friendly than he used to be. Don't think anything's changed. But overall, I really did like this week's episode. I want to see a lot more when it comes down to just the show in general, when it's going to kick off the big battle amongst the two groups, and just what else is going to come from getting this cell phone. Is he going to make something else? Does he have any time to make anything else? Are they just banking on swords to save them from this fight? Like, they haven't made any other real weapons, you know? So, really interested to see what you guys are thinking. This week's episode was good in multiple ways, and I'm definitely excited to see what comes up next week. So, with all that being said, take care and peace.